Women's basketball started the week with a huge road win on Wednesday at Duquesne, beating the Dukes 80-71. Nicole Stevens led the way and scored a career-high 22 points on 7 of 10 shooting and was 4 of 6 from 3. Rikki Harris made a huge 3 late, and the Flyers won their 5th straight. On Saturday, Dayton's winning streak was snapped at Fordham, and a tight loss to the Rams, 58-55. UD is in a 4-way tie for second in the league at 5-2. The men saw their 26-game home winning streak end on Wednesday, falling to George Mason 67-59. The Flyers bounced back on Saturday behind a career high by Enoch Cheeks with 26 points and 6 made threes. Amayola Tong was the hero as the true freshman scored with .02 on the clock, and Dayton beat Loyola 83-81 in overtime. Dayton Track and Field competed at the Indiana Invitational, and Jaden Haywood, who was named A10 Co-Performer of the Week last Tuesday, had another outstanding performance, winning the 60-meter dash and grabbing runner-up in the 200-meter. Brianna Burns took first place in the pentathlon, and 11 Flyers recorded a personal best. This week, we head back to the hardwood and talk with Dayton guard Rikki Harris, who's overcome multiple injuries to find a lot of success on the court. The Indianapolis, Indiana native shares some of those experiences and what she wants to do after her playing career.
After the second ACL, it showed me, like, you've been through this before. You know what it takes to come back, but it's going to be harder because you've done this before. A lot more wear and tear on your knee now. And so I would say mentally, I just had to tell myself, like, you know what to do. It's going to be hard, but, like, you've done it before. So, like, just keep pushing. And there'd be days I wanted to quit and not just say, forget it. But, I mean, I think it's okay to have those days. I mean, you got to express how you feel. Which in those days, I would take a break or 2-3 days off from just doing anything just to let my body calm down, focus on my mental, focus on just anything but that. And then I jump right back into it and do what I need to do. But it's also nice to take those days.
Does that also go into play with the support system?
100%.
Like being able to talk to people about it?
Yes. Big family person. I did it young, so my family was always around. So whenever I did go through those times where I'm like, I just can't do this, my brothers, my mom, dad, of course, but they just always was like, you got this. Like, and then my brothers would like take me to the gym. They would come to the gym with me. They never went to the gym. They would come, wake up early. They don't wake up early. So it's just like seeing them step out their comfort zones to help me made it easier for me to like push through my uncomfort and just how hard it was.
It's an amazing story, and it's really incredible of the things that you've been able to accomplish, like from all of the injuries. And I'm always fascinated. And, you know, you break down things of like what you've been through, and I think that your next path would be a doctor.
Right? I wish it was. I'd be able to fix my body.
But you, correct me if I'm wrong, you want to go into coaching?
Yes.
And you've been able to do a little bit of that here at Dayton?
100%. The coaching staff has been amazing with working with me and some of our other players, just with the development of being a coach. They let me do like a scout for one of our scrimmages. Well, both of them actually, terrified. Doing it, the work of it wasn't like too hard because it's basketball. But then like talking in front of my teammates and explaining and making sure I say the right coverages and make sure they know what I'm saying and understand, that was the hardest part. But they said I did good. So just getting used to talking. I don't like talking in front of people, but I do. But I get nervous. So once like the first 2 or 3 minutes of the talk, I was like, and rocking back. And then by the time the end came, I was like comfortable, laid back, just explaining. So just telling myself like, I know what I'm talking about, own it, you know it, and it made it easier at that point.
From that process, sometimes you have this idea of what you want to do, and then you get a chance to actually like be in that setting, and then there's the moment of, ooh, do I really want to do this? From what you were able to work on in those scrimmages and trying to prepare yourself, prepare your team, is that still where you want to go?
Oh, 100%. I wanted I wanted to play professional. The injuries happened. By the time after my junior year, I knew professional ball probably wouldn't be for me, just with my injuries. And I don't want to be like 35 to 40 and need 2 knee replacements and the hip. My body's done had a lot of damage. And so for it to be where it's at now, I'm amazed and just happy, honestly. So I wanted to like be able to get back to the sport of basketball. And I feel like not playing, the only other way for me to do it is coaching. And I like to say I have a nice IQ for the game. So I would like to share that with younger players and just help them.
This entire interview will be available on Thursday at noon on Spotify, Apple Music, and our YouTube channel at Dayton Flyers. The fun starts tonight in Pittsburgh when the Dayton men hit the hardwood to take on Duquesne at 7 o'clock. It's a red out on Wednesday when the women return home, as the first 500 fans get a free red t-shirt when Dayton takes on St. Louis at 7. On Friday, Dayton Track and Field is in Louisville, Kentucky for the Bellarmine Classic, and the men's basketball team hits the floor Friday night to take on St. Joe's at 7 p.m. This Sunday, women's basketball wraps up the week at home when they welcome in the Richmond Spiders at 1. For more information on Dayton athletics, visit DaytonFlyers.com and follow us on social media at Dayton Flyers.